Exactly 18 months ago, I never had running as a habit. I was told that my lungs and my cardio was weaker than other people. Okay, I'm officially back to my hometown here, and today is Friday of the week. I am doing my third run of the week. I want to take this opportunity to walk you through kind of how I started running to begin with, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story of my own. I'll show you more about how I see running, how I see life in general. Exactly 18 months ago, I am just a regular person. I never had running as a habit for myself. And if I tell you, I would never have been running consistently like this for the past 18 months if I never signed up for my first marathon. And believe it or not, when I signed up for my first marathon, I was not ready at all. So before I signed up my first marathon, I actually was labeled as someone who is extremely weak in cardio. I was a tall and skinny guy. And in fact, growing up, I was told that my lungs and my cardio was weaker than other people because when I was a few years old, I had a lung infections that made me go in and out of the hospital. And since then, my parents always told me I have to strengthen my lung, I have to do all these stuff. It does not allow me to perform really well in certain things. Like any sport that I play a lot of different sports growing up, but I always hit that ceiling when it comes down to cardio, endurance type of problems. Hey duckies! And after many years, I have a few life experience that made me learn that life is too short. There are a lot more things I want to accomplish, but I could not do them unless I make a big change in life. So at my age of 30, finally my body have tell me some important message that I need to know. I had a collapsed lung, and that incident tell me that at any time my life could have taken away if I don't do anything different in my life, despite I look extremely healthy. And now here's the biggest issue that I have to resolve for myself. How do I get started? The biggest issue for me is I've been putting this health issue away for the longest time, for more than 30 years in my life. Just having to pick up something to just deal with this, it is not an easy decision. And then this opportunity come up out of nowhere. I have a friend and he was asking me, hey, do you want to go for a run tomorrow? And throughout that conversations, that reminds me of all the reasons that I hated running and I'm not sure if I want to do it. And deep down, something hits in my heart and goes, hey, you've been ignoring this issue for more than 30 years. What is stopping you from doing something about it? So I did my first run with this friend of mine, and I'll show you a quick clips of that, and that was the only video that I can find running the very first times since many years ago. And you can see I'm literally dying trying to run fast. And then I talked to this friend a little bit more, and a lot more friends who was also running at the same time. And I noticed one thing. All of these guys, they have their own reasons, but the most important thing is they're not someone who picked up running really early. They're not like an elite runner or some sort. They just picked up running a little bit earlier than I am, around the same age at that time. So I asked myself, what's stopping me from doing this myself? What's stopping me from making that decisions? And the answer is very clear to me. I did not have a big enough goal that I commit to myself for the next few days. After I had those thoughts, I was going in and out of the local marathon race website that I have here. And I was like, that's it. I have someone who understood what it takes. I clicked the button and signed up for my first ever full marathon. And you know what? The moment I click on that button, I am scared. But I also understand the fact that this is also a start to a big progress that I'm going to make. The next 10 months, the level of training, the level of commitment that I have is on a whole new level. And I'll be so proud of myself after the 10 months. But again, not gonna lie, I am very, very scared at that time. I have no idea if I can finish it. All the self-doubts start creeping up along the way. I still remember the first 3 months, 7K was my long run for myself. And if you don't know, a full marathon means 42 kilometers in length. 7 kilometers is 1/6 of it. And it just feels like the goal is so far and far away for the first few months. And on the flip side, on a day-to-day basis, I see my progress getting better and better over time, looking at little things and celebrating the small wins. And in May 2025, 10 months since I clicked on that registered button, I finished that race in 4 hours, 30 minutes. And you know what? That wasn't the ideal result that I was looking for. But here's the catch. I'm super proud that I was able to finish it and be able to get it done in 10 months from someone who did not ever like running before. Had a slight disadvantage being in the start, having a weak lung, having a collapsed lung, and I pushed all these excuses away. And fast forward, here's another 10 months from my first race. I'm going to do this race ever again to remind myself what is my original goal is. I want my revenge. And I click on that sign up button without hesitation to sign up for my second full marathon coming up in 2 months as of the recording of this video. And I felt so much more ready. I'm talking to you, sharing about this story that I have. I created a new identity for myself. If there's one message that I want you to take away from this video, I want you to think about one problem in life that you want to resolve for a long time, but you haven't made any big progress towards it. Make a commitment that is so big, and just remember, what you're chasing after is not to achieve the goal. The biggest thing about what you're chasing after is progress. The progress that you would never have made if you never make that big decisions. And hopefully this message found you well, and you can just make one extra decisions in life that will give you so much more progress in life. All right, thank you for being part of this journey with me. I'm about to finish my run here. But if you ever decide to make a new decisions or big decisions for yourself because of this video, comment below and let me know. I can't wait to interact with you and cheer you on. I know how it feels when you have a clear goal that you're chasing after and you're not even excited about finishing the goal, but actually excited about the progress that you're going to make. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Felix, and let's go.